Alright, here's the old seat cover. This is the bad side. Obviously ripped here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit right there. And so we're going to replace it with this new one I got off eBay and check out the difference in for you, just a little bit. For me, a little bit longer. Oh, buddy, that is tight. That is tight. Oh, does that look good? We got a new seat, and that is tight and smooth and looking very nice indeed. These bigger seats are harder to do. What you want to do is take the seat cover and put it out in the sun for an hour, or put it in front of a portable heater for a half hour or so, and let it, don't just take it out of the package and try to install it, because you'll have wrinkles and stuff like that. So yeah, this turned out really nice. I only poked my fingers 3 dozen times. Luckily my tetanus is up to date. We'll swing over and take a look at the other side. Oh yeah, that is sweet. Man, I don't know if I want to get rid of this now. Big difference from the old, huge difference. And I've started working on the plastics with those Mr. Clean, what are those things called? Those white sponges. I forget what they're called. Those things work pretty good. And actually they work good on the paint and on the chrome as well. So we'll try to clean this up. I looked into getting some touch-up paint or a spray can paint to redo the headlight. We'll go take a look at the headlight, if I can stop the recording. So there's the headlight. As you can see, it is kind of patinaed. maybe that's not a bad thing, you know. Then the speedometer, got to get that working. I think all the bulbs inside it are blown, but that's no big deal. The big deal is just getting the Speedo needle to read right. Right now we're doing 50 miles an hour or thereabouts. Doesn't seem like it. And then as I talked about in my other video, both the brake light switches, and then I need that kill switch. I thought I had an extra kill switch, but I'm going to have to source one. And get rid of that string. I don't know what that's doing, but you know, wow, man. I was doing this last night and there were wrinkles and stuff in it, and I finally just said, hey, we're gonna wait till tomorrow, come up with a new plan of attack, because we don't want to install a seat with a bunch of wrinkles and waves in it. We don't want the seat waving at us, you know. We want nice and tight. And so I said, came back today, I'm going to stick it in front of the heater, let it heat up and kind of work out the folds that had come into it from the packaging, you know, let it spread out and stretch. And that came out really nice. If the rest of it comes out half this good, we'll have a really nice Yamaha Chappy on our hands. If it wasn't raining, I'd take it out for a ride. I'm going to sit on it, man. I'm so happy, and see how it feels. Hey, we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Cletus McFarland YouTube channel. I just had to say that. Cletus bought his own racetrack. Amazing stuff. I don't even know why I'm making videos, man. I just don't compare to that. I can't compete with that. But anyways, hey, update on the Chappy. We're replacing these outdated brake light cables, switch, whatever, with new ones. And I just got it in here. And the other thing we're doing is, at least on this side, on both sides, somebody broke off the tips of these brake levers. And I happen to have an extra one, at least for the right side. This was another story. This was on my other Chappy, how it came. Somebody, what is that, JB Weld? Plaster of Paris, man? I don't even know what it is, man. But it didn't last. I had to redo it. Hell yeah, brother. We're going to make her rip. We're going to need to make her stop, too. And we'd like to have brake lights. So, I've got my new switch, brake light wire switch in here. This is the new style. It's got the little rod that you push it in and it makes the contact and causes the brake lights to go on. I got to get a new kill switch. That's on the list to do's. And then the other side needs a brake light switch as well, and a lever if we can find one. But I've got a buyer, guy who wants this. So the problem with this thing is we probably won't get it to 100%. We'll get what we can, and on top of that, that speedometer. See if we can get that fixed. Get that headlight working. The brake light does work when I pinch these together here on the old one. So cut that, solder that up, put the brake line back in the lever, and that's my plan. We'll see you soon. Okay, we got her done. I'm going to try to tuck this in a little bit. I ended up with a little smidge too long wire. I don't know if I can tuck that in or not, but I don't know. And then, well, these are tight. Not snapping back all the way. Of course, when you're riding, they probably will. Well, this other one is. I'll fiddle with it and adjust them some. Maybe that's what's up. The other one's snapping back fine. They could just need lubing again, but we'll get her. We'll get her. At least we got, of course my battery's dead, but I'm pretty sure we got a brake light at least on the front brake, so we're making progress. Alright, let's try that again. So I have removed the speedometer from the Chappy with the cable and then attached a drill to the end of the cable. And the idea is to determine, can we just leave this down? Yeah. To determine, well, try to narrow down what's wrong with the speedometer. We have the gear inside the hub, we got the cable, we got the speedometer. So let's see what it does if I spin it with the drill. Yes, that is our problem. So based on that, and what else I noticed, and that was that, let's see, can we see this? I don't know, it was a little loose, but now it's not loose anymore. So yeah, there it goes. Almost looks like it wants to come out. I should be able to, let me just see if I can. We're losing items bit by bit. Hold this still and unscrew the cable. Well, I think the problem is in the speedometer. I imagine buying another one of these would be quite pricey. See, it's kind of loose. Did it? Almost looks like it broke out. I wonder if I could kind of screw that in. Doesn't look like it, does it? Yeah, we'll try to keep it on film, right? It's hard to do, you know. I'm trying to... Yeah, something's messed up. That should probably fit solidly in there. And then to open this up, I don't think... We can try, but I don't think these or these are going to do much of anything. I think you've got to just pry this off, which doesn't sound like fun, but we'll, you know, for giggles, we'll see if we can take it apart this way. All right, so let's see if I can. Basically, to get this apart, I think I'm going to have to pry this lip up that way, all the way around. And I'm not sure I want to go to that extreme. And then, again, sorry, just set it here. Is it focused at all? This somehow took a beating earlier in its life. So, you know, the question is, and did I lose a blue high beam lens thingy? Well, yes, I did. That goes down in there somehow. Let me work on that. I'm not sure if it's worth all the effort. All right, I took off the exhaust and the foot pegs and got a little casualty there, but nothing that can't be welded back up on the foot pegs, so we'll get that taken care of. And right now I'm scraping the exhaust and maybe give it a little lick of paint tomorrow when it warms up. Got my outdoor workbench, folds right out. There's the exhaust. Particularly rusty on the header. What we can do is unscrew this bit. Let's do that. Somebody's not happy. At least do the header, right? The rest isn't so bad. Maybe clean it up a little bit. How high can we see? We'll try to keep it on camera. It's hard, you know. It's hard to do all this. Well, you get the idea, right? All right, we popped the gas tank out, and you may not be able to see, but sunlight, where did you go? I don't know. Anyhow, the gas line was pinched. Fuel was still flowing, but there's a way you've got to thread the fuel lines, and this was not the right way, so that was going to be a problem down the road. So let's see if we can go about changing these fuel lines, right? Let me get some cutters. All right, got some new fuel lines on there. Hopefully they're long enough. Tried to give them a little extra so we don't wind up too short. And we'll go install this tank. Let's see if you can see right here and back in there. All kinds of carbon buildup. A lot of carbon chunks fell out when I was taking it apart and shaking it. We'll see if we can clean that out some. Alright, so I took the bowl off the petcock and discovered their O-ring solution. Now, maybe we'll illustrate a little better if you can see that. They just stuffed that in there. So I'll go off to the hardware store and get a proper O-ring for the petcock bowl, right? Let's see what else I can show you real quick. Let me fold this up. Alright, so you might be able to see how the fuel line goes through that bracket. And we'll go around to the other side. Alright, installed the exhaust, but anyways, can we see under there? So anyhow, for those at home, I believe the main tank fuel line goes at the top of the petcock and the reserve goes at the bottom. I could be wrong, but that's the way I remember things. And then I put the exhaust back on, took the chrome cover off, which is right over here. We're going to try to clean that up, and sorry. So it's got this funky exhaust connection, and basically I use this to tighten it on, this thing. Didn't work so well over here, which I've so far just hand tightened, but we'll get to that in a bit.